Pujara must be really happy because we're talking about it not helping the bowlers, but the runs are also not easy to come by. Yet he's got his 100. Must be really pleased with that.
Absolutely, and first credit to the Australian bowlers, because there's not much of help for the fast bowlers, even though the wicket has quickened up compared to yesterday. But I thought the first 6 to 7 overs, Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins were style. The ball was carrying to the wicket keeper, the ball was swinging. And I think the Indian batsmen were lucky to survive that period. But after that, the way both Pujara and Virat Kohli applied themselves, in particular Pujara, I mean, he looks at ease, and this is an ideal test match wicket for him.
Yeah.
Because, he's someone who doesn't really bother about what the plan of the opposition bowlers is, how the wicket is behaving. All he does is follow a template, whether he's playing in subcontinent, whether he's playing in overseas tours, on overseas wickets. I think there's a template. Watch the ball closely, play on the merit of the ball, and you'll score. You'll only score in the areas where he's comfortable. The other areas which is not comfortable, all he'll do is defend the ball. And that's why I think his strength has always been his concentration, and his application. Fantastic to see one more brilliant 100 from the number 3 batsman.
All right. Brad, just 4 months ago, India were in England, the first test match at Edgbaston. There was no place for Cheteshwar Pujara. Now, can you even think of the Indian test batting lineup without Pujara?
Not at all. I mean, he's been fantastic. I think one of the things which he had an opportunity to do, I think which VVS pointed out before or during the Adelaide Test, was that he had the opportunity to work on his game as a pure test batsman, and he's adjusted his game accordingly. We've seen him play square of the wicket a lot more this year in Australia, and he's just been outstanding, similar to the success that India had when Rahul Dravid had that fantastic series out here in Australia. Just wore the Australians down and dominated them, and just played, as VVS said, well within his compounds of what he knows, what he can and can't do. It's been a phenomenal performance from this player.
Right, let's quickly take a look at how Pujara has got those runs that he's got at the moment. Remember, his 17th test century, and this is his 7th overseas test 100. And as you'd expect with Pujara, you're getting a lot of run. We spoke about it yesterday as well. He loves to cut the ball. 27 runs he's got in the third man region. Today, though, what was impressive was the way he was batting against Nathan Lyon. Lyon looked dangerous at one point, but using his feet rather well.
Yeah, and that kind of footwork is showed right from the Adelaide Test match, because even before the start of this series, I'm sure Pujara must have worked out how he's going to counter Nathan Lyon's bowling. Because when Nathan Lyon came to India, he was very effective. He took wickets, and Pujara knows that the strength of Nathan Lyon is consistently bowling on that good length area, and that's why he's using his feet. But the good thing about Pujara, when he uses his feet, a lot of batsmen, when they use their feet against a spinner, it's almost premeditated. They step out even before the bowler releases the ball, which gives an opportunity for the bowler just to hold back and can change his strategy. But with Pujara, the moment the ball releases and the moment he sees the trajectory, and that's when he decides that he's going down the track, and that's why more often than not he reaches to the pitch of the ball and he's in total control, and it was fantastic to see him bat in that fashion. And it also shows his mindset, because in the past, sometimes against the spinners, against the fast bowler, Pujara would still score runs. But against the spinners, he had a tendency of blocking a lot more deliveries. Whereas now, because he's using his feet a lot more, and it started against New Zealand, I think 2 years back in 2016, after the West Indies series in India, where he started using the feet to the spinners. Because of that, his strength has always been using the depth of the crease and playing shots of the back foot. He's also able to do that. So, it's brilliant exhibition of footwork and game plan against a quality spinner.